at 11.
Good Sunday evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on Western Mass News 11 at 11. I'm Chris Pisano. Today was the biggest sports betting day of the year, and now it's finally legal here in the Bay State. Western Mass News reporter Matt Satilli has more on how you can bet responsibly. Matt.
Chris, on January 31st, Massachusetts became one of 34 states to legalize sports betting. Now we're getting answers on what protections are in place to make sure you can get in the game and stay in the game.
We prepared for this for a long time. Now that it's finally here, we're super thrilled.
Sports betting has officially kicked off in Massachusetts. According to the American Gaming Association, over 50 million Americans are expected to bet $16 billion on the big game. That's 20% of American adults. And for the first time right here in Western Mass, it's game on for bettors in the Bay State.
The bets will be in the thousands, and the amount of money will be, who knows, through the roof.
Massachusetts officially launched in-person retail sports books on January 31st at the state's 3 casinos, with mobile sports betting expected to launch on March 10th. At the American Gaming Association, the focus is on cracking down on illegal sports betting. Last year, officials say Americans wagered $64 billion illegally using offshore sports books or bookies.
But we're making real progress. Before legalized sports betting across the country, that number was upwards of $150 billion.
The $63.8 billion in illegal money would have resulted in nearly $4 billion in estimated revenue and $700 million in state tax revenue. Kate DeBond says customers are seeing the benefits of legal gambling.
There's consumer protections, guarantees that your bets are paid out, and we're generating tax revenue for states across the country.
We took our questions to Massachusetts Gaming Commission officials to get answers on what protections are in place to make sure you're betting responsibly.
We recognize that, gambling is not a risk-free form of entertainment. That a key is providing people with the right tools so they can make that informed choice and keep play as safe as possible.
At all 3 casinos in the Commonwealth, including MGM Springfield, there are brochures, gaming information centers open 16 hours a day, and advisors who've had extensive training in all forms of gambling to answer questions and provide help to players.
Explain how sports wagering works. Explain what the lines are. How do you set a budget? How do you balance sports wagering or any type of gambling with other types of with the rest of the obligations in your life?
Last month, the Gaming Commission also launched a program called the Voluntary Self-Exclusion Program, where you can place yourself on a list to set limits or cut yourself off entirely.
A way to say, I've had enough and I need you as a casino to help me out and control my gambling. So basically, you're prohibited from placing a bet, and you're prohibited from entering the gaming floor.
And with mobile betting expected in less than a month, there are additional tools in the works, all in the palm of your hand.
Excitement just keeps building. Like I said, we're looking forward to March Madness after this, and then settling into the playoff for basketball and hockey. And if this is any indication, we'll do really well.
For more information or a list of resources on how you can get help, visit our website, westernmassnews.com. Reporting live for Western Mass News 11 at 11, I'm Matt Satilli.
All right.